City of Shadows. Chapter 9. Beneath the Surface. The storm broke over Capelliano in violent waves of thunder and ash-gray rain. It washed the streets clean of dust, but not of blood. Victor moved like a shadow through the underground train tunnels, old escape routes from a time before the cameras, before the city forgot who it really belonged to. In his hand, he held the name of the man he once considered blood, Franco Salieri, a brother in all but name, a ghost who had disappeared just as Giulio rose to power. And now, somehow, Franco was involved. His fingerprints were all over the Quiet One's file. Victor reached the end of the line. A steel door loomed before him, marked only with a faded emblem. 2 snakes coiled around a dagger, the old mark of the Morano Salieri pact. Forgotten by most, but not by him. He knocked once. Silence. Then the door creaked open. Franco stood inside, older, colder, but still carrying that smirk that made enemies nervous and friends furious. "I wondered when you'd come," he said. "I even made coffee." Victor stepped inside, drenched, jaw tight. "You're working with Giulio." Franco poured a cup, not denying it. "I'm working with power," he said. "You used to understand that." Number I understood. Respect. Honor. "We bled for this city, Franco, and now you sell its bones to ghosts in suits?" Franco's smile flickered. He placed the coffee down. "You think this is about Giulio?" he said. "He's a puppet. Always was. The Quiet Ones don't want chaos. They want order, silent, clean, controlled. And Giulio gave them what they needed." Victor stepped forward, slow. "So what? You traded your name for their leash?" "I traded survival," Franco snapped. "And you should have too." Victor's gun was out before Franco could finish the sentence. It hovered between them, shaking slightly. "Tell me why," Victor said, his voice low. "Tell me why you didn't warn me." Franco looked him dead in the eye. "Because you would have fought them, and you still will, and you'll lose." Victor held the stare a moment longer, then turned and walked out, leaving Franco alone with his untouched coffee and the weight of what could have been. Later that night, Maria stood in the safe house, watching as Victor spread a new map on the table. It showed 4 targets, all key financial conduits for the Quiet Ones. "We hit them all?" she asked. "No," Victor said. "We hit one, then we leaked the others." "Leaked to who?" "To the press, to the streets, to the city. We turned their silence into noise." Maria paused, then nodded. "You're burning down the curtain." "I'm lighting a match," he said. "They built their empire in the dark. Let's see how it holds up under daylight." Chapter 10. Smoke and Mirrors. It began with a single explosion. At dawn, the Laskov Tower, a shell company for Quiet One wire transfers, erupted into flames. Glass and steel rained down on screaming pedestrians. Emergency broadcasts cut into morning talk shows. Panic swirled before the smoke even cleared. But Victor wasn't watching. He was already moving. While the city turned its eyes to the fire, he sent encrypted files to every journalist, every rival crew, every loose-lipped politician in Capelliano. Offshore accounts, secret blackmail footage, payoffs, murders, betrayals. By noon, the Quiet Ones were no longer quiet. Names were being spoken out loud. Whispers became roars. Men in high offices began making calls, fearful ones. Meanwhile, Giulio sat alone in a penthouse suite overlooking the chaos. His hand shook as he reached for his drink. The stranger was gone. The Quiet Ones had stopped answering. Silence, their greatest weapon, was now their prison. Then came the knock. Giulio stood, slowly. He knew. Victor entered with Maria behind him, both armed, both calm. "You started a war you couldn't win," Victor said. "No," Giulio murmured. I started one I thought was already over. Victor stepped forward. You were wrong. But before the trigger could be pulled, before the final word could be said, the door behind them burst open. Franco, wounded, bleeding, holding a detonator. You think it ends with him? Franco shouted. They never lose. They reset. Maria raised her gun. Put it down, Franco. Franco looked at Victor. I saved you once, he said, a strange sadness in his voice. But I won't let you be a martyr. He clicked the detonator. Silence. Nothing happened. Victor smirked. I reprogrammed it. You're not the only one who plans ahead. Franco dropped the device, stunned. Then a single shot rang out. Maria's. Clean. Final. Franco collapsed. Victor turned to Giulio, whose hands now trembled uncontrollably. You want to live? Victor asked. Start talking. Every name, every deal. You burn them before they burn us. Giulio nodded, broken. Whatever you want. Victor leaned in. I want my city back. Epilogue. Weeks passed. The city changed. Leaks kept coming. Arrests were made. A senator was found dead in his yacht. Half of the Quiet One's known network collapsed in on itself. The rest disappeared, scattered like smoke. Victor didn't return to the shadows. He became a myth above ground, a ghost with a heartbeat, a man who defied the rules without becoming their prisoner. And Maria, she rebuilt the code. Honor, respect, loyalty. But sharper this time, quieter, more dangerous. In the end, Capelliano didn't become clean, but it remembered who it belonged to. And that was enough. The end.